I'm Natasja. I want a really cute pixie cut.
Okay. And will you turn for you and the rest of the world to show what you have now? Well, you have a long bob, growing out long bob, a slight curly hair, and you want a more red color.
Yes.
Okay, let's start. Hello friends on YouTube, I'm gonna make our pixie hairstyle. So let's start with protection. And that means a lot of hair comes up, but it's totally dry by summer, because we have summer in Holland. Ook dingen die dan niet zo goed gaan.
Ja, dat hoort erbij, ja.
Ja, tuurlijk. And in her case I know it will be short, so I can take off a lot of hair before I go into it. I have only to watch what the skull does, so I will start with just taking off some hair. And some people on YouTube think I'm a butcher, but not. I'm certainly aware of what I'm cutting off or not. But I don't like to tease her with pulling on the hair with a comb when it's not necessary. She has a wonderful skull and wonderful neckline. It's in the center of the skull. Heb je dat kort haar gehad?
Ja, heel veel jaren geleden.
Oké, leuk.
Toen was het ook al korter, maar...
ben je nooit zo kort?
Ja, toen was het ook wel kort, alleen was het bovenop ook vrij kort. En dan krijg je toch weer een meer jongensachtige
Ja,
kant.
nee, je moet wel vrouwelijk blijven.
Ja,
dat
precies.
We're talking about what she had in the past, and she had short hair, but then it was a little bit boyish, and I'm certain that I want to keep it in a girl's line, so a feminine line. Start on this part, and start with taking it off with a knife. Start on the sides, working in the line of the eyebrow. First start with taking off some hair, so it makes cutting the hair a lot easier. And you can hear the hair is dry.
Dus dat ze minder scherp wordt?
Ja, minder scherp.
Ja. Moet je dan de hele tijd gaan slijpen of niet?
Nee, dat gaat niet. Er zet gewoon nieuw mes in.
Oh, oké. Ja, ik weet niet precies hoe het werkt, daarom.
Nee, die gaat gewoon, zeg maar wegwerpen.
Oh, oké.
We hebben bijna geen vaste messen.
Dan verbruik je wel veel messen, denk ik, of
Heel
niet?
veel. Watching how the skull bone is, traveling in the opposite lines to the neckline. And this don't have to be perfect. The only thing that has to be perfect is the line on the skull bone, because that I have to work on. It's just what I take off. Lay some new hair on it. Je krijgt maximaal de kans om te ontwikkelen als je met nat haar gaat slapen. We're talking about the condition of the hair, and the condition is a little bit poor. But now, while we're talking about it, she bends the hair together when it's wet and goes to bed with it. And in that time, there is a lot going on in the hair, because the bacteria can develop wonderful on the heat of the skull, because it's around the 20 degrees. The hair is wet, and you leave a lot of nursery on the hair, because you treat your hair with all the kinds of things, shampoo, conditioners and all that kind of things, and they can be the ground to live on for bacteria. So you don't go with wet hair to bed. You have to go in with dry hair, then you have a better condition of hair. Weer wat geleerd.
Ja, precies. Kun je hun ook best wat leren.
Ja, absoluut. You see already that the shape becomes some. Coming on the other side, doing the same thing. Taking off length. The nice thing is that I can work a lot easier when this hair is off. And afterwards you will have a lot better hair. Because I will do all the things on condition base. Het is wel leuk als je al die dingen kunt zien op YouTube en zo.
Ja, precies. Daardoor dacht ik van, hé, zal ik eens kijken wat de mogelijkheden zijn.
Dat is gewoon superleuk.
Ik vroeg me daarna sowieso al af hoeveel jij kost.
Als YouTube model niks hè?
Nee, precies. Dat is helemaal mooi meegenomen.
Absoluut. Talking about what it costs to have a haircut as a YouTube model, it costs nothing. I do it for free. I love to work this for free. It's also my hobby. It will always be my hobby. And it is my greatest love. My profession is what I like the most of life.
Je weet nog een beetje hoe het voorbeeld eruit zag?
Ja, zeker. Dank je voor niet dan.
Nee, ik vroeg het me gewoon af. Ik denk even checken.
Nee, dat weet ik nog wel eens. Daarom doe ik eerst dit.
Ja, eerst even...
Even hakken.
Ook leuk soms.
Ja, zeker. Het ziet er al gelijk heel anders uit.
Ja, het is dat
Je krijgt een echt Frans kopie. Ja, je mag dadelijk wel even kijken. Coming to the last parts that are still long. And then I'm going to start on the hairstyle. Nu kun je voelen dat het beter wordt.
Ja?
Waar ik nu zit te werken, zoals zachter is.
En dat is het minst oude haar.
Ja, ja.
Af en toe is het ook wel fijn om gewoon even je haar...
Gewoon lekker kwijt te zijn.
Ja, precies.
Now this is my base hairstyle, so that's where I'm going to work on. It's already a perfect hairstyle. There's a lot of people would love to have this, but we go even shorter. Wet in the hair again. I start with cutting it even shorter. Part upper hair from the sides. Go in a moon shape to the center of the skull, on the skull bone. Taking it in the chin line, taking the hair up, lay it on my scissor and create my first baseline on the sides. Lay it in the opposite lines, bend it to the back. And now I go to the front again. My comb is the most important thing while I'm cutting hair, because that directs the way I cut it. It guides me through the hair. Scissor just takes the hair off. When you want to practice it at home, just cut with me. So look at my videos and do what my hands do. Then you can feel if it is something for you to cut this way. Well, a lot of you react I don't part hair over 9 parts, and I'm not a hairdresser, but I really are a hairdresser, and I love to share my knowledge with you. So please try to do what my hands does, and then you can see how wonderful it is to cut in 3 ways, because you can learn a lot from the movement of the hair, from the person who is beneath it. You can watch what it does, and when you part it you don't see it that good. Now I watch at the bone structure, so I lay the hair in that line and go up to the ear line. Lay it to the back, correct the line, just minor adjustments, lay it to the front. And now I used the line of the bones in the structure of my side beard. Coming to the back. Create a nice clean line around the ear. And just with the tip of my scissor, take her up in the skull bone line. Again, move the comb up, bring the hair straight up. Maar het is wel een beetje uit de hand gelopen hobby, hè, YouTube.
Zoiets. Je hebt wel een heleboel filmpjes.
Ja, absoluut. Again, work on the skull bone. In the center, the hair always goes straight down. There are just not a lot of people who have different hair. All the streams of the hair go to the center line. I'm not working with a clipper on her because I don't like it. It will be too hard. The only thing I use the clipper for is clean the contour line, but not for cutting the hair. And I love the practice because your skills have to be in practice every day. That's the best way to have nice haircuts.
Meestal wordt het dan ook meteen heel kort, hè, als je het met een foundation...
Ja, en heel hard. De lijnen worden heel hard.
Ik wou het wel een beetje zacht houden.
Ja, vind ik ook mooi. Hè? Je kunt veel meer gevoel leggen in de kamschaartechnieken.
Dat geloof ik best. Je hebt iets meer controle, denk ik.
Ja, veel meer. Maar het is ook veel mooier. Het is veel minder resoluut. Het is in alle opzichten mooier. Je bent echt aan het genieten van hoe lijnen lopen. Gewoon, dat is gewoon mooi.
En het geknip klinkt ook wel fijn uit.
Ja, dat is een mooi geluid. Hè? The noises of the scissor are wonderful to hear. It's much nicer than a clipper. Okay, coming over the center line. Now I have to part me a new line. I stay in the same line as the eyeboy line. So I create myself a V on the back. Now I go in from the skull bone. In the same line I just parted the hair and work my way down. You see I have the underlines ready, so now I lay the hair upon it, and that I just connect with the slice technique. So I go on the line where I just make my cut, and I make an ultra soft connection by slicing into the line where I stopped cutting. So that's the skull bone line. This will hold the hairstyle ultra soft. Can do it also in the opposite lines. And this slicing you do, when I would do it slowly, I close my scissor while I'm coming up. So it's not totally slicing, it is a slice cutting technique. When you would slice this, you have some irritation on the model's head, so you don't want that to happen. Because it can hurt a little bit. And I want it to feel as wonderful as it can. Now you see I have a nice soft line. Nice short. This I do also on both sides. Just in a freehand style connected to the line, like I did on this side. Play with the hair, throw it high. I love this technique. And see how wonderful it is and how wonderful the lines are in Moscow. Okay. On this side, the same. The line of the eyebrow. Put the scissor in the same line. Stay on that height. Because there I'm certain I have a fall into the hair. Lift it up to the back. And connect it to the short part I just made. Again, lay the hair to the back. Bring it to the rounding. Lay it to the front. Minor adjustments. Connect this to the ear line. And make a perfect rounding around the ear. Now I come longer hair. On the side I just cut short. This part's going to connect to the short line because that's jumping up.
Oh, dat is koud. Zo water.
Just connect it playable to the short line. Also in the moon shape. So I take the hair from the back over the short line. So my slice techniques are laying on the back of her hair and not on the underlines. Leuke slice, ja.
Je blijft wel af en toe een beetje hangen.
Hè?
Je blijft net wel even
Ja, als er een droog stukje in zit. Dat is echt een droog stukje haar nou. In die bovenlijn, die blijft nog net hangen.
Ja.
Maar die heb je dadelijk niet meer.
Ja, het scheelt dat ik het straks niet meer op hoef te rollen om het een beetje leuk eruit te laten.
Nee. En je hebt ook geen touw meer op je hoofd.
Nee, dat ook niet.
With a slice technique you can make it as playable as you want to. Take every time a little bit of the longer hair on it and slice it in the same line. When I lay it up now, I have a lovely playable hairstyle. Nice jump in it, free feeling, so that's what I like. Minor corrections to the line of the back. Coming to the upper hair, just taking it up, or with a point cut technique, I decide which length I will have on the hair. Working from the short part up to the longer part, so the hair is walking up a little bit. Okay, I'm coming to the part that has to stay a little bit longer, not this long because now it's too long. That part, later part, you hear little children crying, not her children, but my shop is already also working. This to do with a hot razor, 190 degrees. Work on the line.
Je hoort hem zelfs.
Yeah, you hear hissing of the blades. Some people think I melt hair, that's not true. I seal hair.
Anders zou je dat ook met een steltang doen.
Yeah. Take a new line on it. And the nice thing of working with a knife is that you can thin it out with the tip of the knife, just the amount that you want. Stay in the lines of working. And stay in the lines of the chin line. I always work in the natural lines. The best way to have a long time fun of a hairstyle is to work in the natural lines. It grows back nicer, it stays better, because it's always in the natural lines. Now go to the other side, work in the opposite lines. Take the hair to the side. You see this line is shorter. Now I work straight down to the center of the chin line. This way I'm certain that I have length. I can thin it out on the baseline to create a lot of movement. And I can do anything with it what I want. Watch what it does when it goes up. I can do a lot with it. You can already see it. It's wonderful hair. She can even wear it a little bit boyish if she wants to. Now I'm going to clean the contour lines. Yeah, absolutely. What I told you when I started the haircut, when I saw small clipper, I stuck a little bit. With a small clipper, just clean the contour line of small hairs. You can make the line even a little bit softer. Again, you see that my comb does the most work. It sets the hairs up in the line I want to clipper them off. She has a lovely neckline, so I've Okay, now I'm ready with this haircut, by the cutting part. So now I take off the loosened hairs and I will make a nice new red color on her, and I will create some strongness on the sides. It's not totally red, but the sides will be in a strong color, so I push in a little bit of a dark color. So I need some other protection for her and then make the color, and then I'm back. I made some colors, so now I just have to put on protection. I give her a towel and of course a cape, and on that I lay my world famous plastic foil, and I make her a collar of rough hair. These are the tips of rough hair. It's a 100 ml tip, and I made her a 5566 combined with 7766 that I did with 6%, that's 20 volume, and into the undertones I will mix a natural black, also of rough hair. This color will plop off because it's a wonderful red tone. It's the most reddish tone I think there's on the market at the moment of hair coloring. Put in some deep conditioner, as I always do. I love to treat hair and not damaging it.
Inderdaad. Het is de eerste keer dat ik mijn haren laat verven door een professional.
Ja?
Ja.
Altijd zelf gedaan?
Ja, meestal zelf.
Okay.
Ja. Ja, want het is nog lang genoeg daarvoor, toch?
Ja, absoluut. Talking about the possibilities with this hair. And she can even put filter rollers in if she wants to. On top it's long enough. So when she has a party and she wants curly hair, it's also possible. Working it on the same line as it did on the other side. Just be sure there's enough color on the hair. Now I'm going to mix the color into this color. Therefore I take a natural black. That's a 0 tone. It's a bring on the sides. The color has to stay on for 25 minutes. Then I'll rinse it out and I'll be back to show you the end result, of course, and also the styling of this hair. Dark color I come into the upper hair, so I have a soft line and not a hard line into the colors. They mix together. Color I don't use is on the skin, so that I take off. It's easier than to do it afterwards. Small part of the carton wick I lay in the neckline, so I don't traps. Now close my plastic foil and wait for 25 minutes. Ik heb daar nog heel mooi licht buiten, dus we kunnen ook buiten wat foto's maken, is ook gaaf.
Ja, dat is goed.
Dus voor jezelf. Friends are back. Rinse it out after 25 minutes. Now I just use the foam of Lanza. Going to blow dry it. It's a hairstyle you can do in wet style. You can make a lot of volume in it. You can make it classic, you can make it rocky. So just play with it. Je kunt er zelfs een hanenkappertje mee maken.
Ja, dat is ook leuk.
Heel leuk.
Maar is dat dan vanuit een initiatief dan naar de Berlijn toe?
Nee, doe het maar zelf.
Oké.
Je moet gewoon initiatief zelf ontplooien.
Ja.
Zeker als een stad als Berlijn. Dat is gewoon leuk.
Dan komen er eigenlijk meerdere mensen van verder weg
Ja,
hier toe?
Ja, echt wel. Ik heb zelfs Duitse, Belgische klanten.
Ja.
You see, there's a lot possible with this hairstyle. When you put in some gel and you take it to the center, you have a wonderful mohawk. When you put it to the side, you have wonderful sleeky hair. You can lay it all to the front, you have a bit French look. So it's a lovely hairstyle. And when you do it in wet style, it's even a very brutal hairstyle. So you play with it. What I'm going to use in it is from T.K.S. It's pomade. This I make a combination with crystal tone of Goldwell, so make it a little bit smoother and give it some more glow. And I work it out a little bit punky, so it's a Pixie hairstyle in a punky line. That brings out the colors even better and makes her a little bit stronger. take a little bit of the product on the sides, so darkness of the color is even better to see. Need a little bit hairspray, just to fixate it. This is her new hairstyle. And I think it looks stunning on her. Okay, my love, you may turn for you in the rest of the world and show the end result. And you have to put on the glasses to see it, so breathe free, put on the glasses. And let me have a look how it looks on with glasses. It's wonderful. It's a lovely strong line. Do you like it?
I love it.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for modeling for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, you have a long bob, growing out long bob, a slight curly hair, and you want a more red color.
Yes.
Okay.